Hey there, Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. Welcome to your reading for the month of October. We are into eclipse season. We actually have an eclipse that happens in your sign. It's the full moon eclipse on the 28th of October. I'll be doing a separate video for that. Today we're just going to kind of look at the entire month by using the Celtic cross. I don't read reversals when I do this, so hang in there with me and we'll figure out what's going on. So, all right, ooh, wow, you have the opportunity for the Ten of Pentacles. Nice. Ten of Pentacles is about legacy. Gemini also had that card in that place. So if you have strong Gemini placements, for some reason, so Spirit picks the decks. And this is the third time that this deck came up for these monthlies. I haven't found out yet what we're doing for the fire signs, but so Gemini had it, Scorpio had this deck, but they didn't have that placement, and then you guys. So I was really interested by that. So the moon, overall energy, that full moon, I'm telling you. That full moon is a big game changer for you right now. The North Node, when it moved through your sign, it started out before it even got there. I am not sure. I'd have to go back and look. This might be the fourth full moon eclipse that you had in your sign. It's definitely the third. Usually there's only two. And so there's been a lot of energy flowing through, allowing you to really clear things out because you guys have, it is most difficult for you to change than for anyone, right? And so of all the fixed signs, you're the most fixed. You're grounded, all four are on the floor. You are just like, we are grounded. I've made a choice. I've made a decision. I'm moving forward with it. And so to get you to alter your path, it requires all this extra energy from the universe to really set things up to show you that there is a better way. And so here in this, is definitely an eclipse. You can see the moon is the sun is coming out from behind it. So it'll be a blood moon that happens. So we have the wolf and the little dachshund are sitting there, and it's so funny. Like he's trying to play like he's the wolf. Okay, so who's loyal and who's on your side? This feels like a lot of friendship here. Is actually what that feels like. So we have a block. It looks like a Mercury sitting there. So it's in the middle of this path right there. And so Mercury is a messenger. It's also a fluid energy. It flows, right? Not that you should see this, but should you ever, when I was a kid, they let us play with Mercury. You could drop it on the table. Now it's like you get the hazmat out to the school. But Mercury will cling together. It'll break into little balls. It'll follow each other around and everything. And so there is a fluidity to this. There's a movement to this. And we have the Scorpio coming up out of the water. And on the back of him, he has the Ankh. The Ankh is your key. It is the key to the universe, I think is the best way to describe what the Ankh is. It is the power that you hold. It is your sacred divinity. And so there's this path here, and there's choices. And we also have raindrops here, which is interesting. And it really shows the cycles from the full moon, new moon, full moon, and then back, right? So the waxing and the waning, the changing of cycles, the gateway energy here that leads to a new path. And so this is a great time of change for you. And these pillars, look, what's on your mind? Those pillars are there also. Look at that. This is the card of justice. This is stepping through and finding the balance. It's almost as though it's looking through this way. The scales of justice are being balanced. She's got the scales in one hand, and I am trying to understand what is in her other hand. It is creepy. The other hand is a skeleton hand, and it's holding I'll show you. Maybe you can tell. Look, it's holding what looks like a pumpkin, a harvesting energy there. I'm going into the book and see if they tell us what it is. I can't tell what she's holding in that hand, but it feels significant. It could be the harvesting energy, right? So it is during Scorpio season that you have this full moon on the 28th. That is in Scorpio season. And it is a big choice and decision because you are going to pick a path. Well, let me put it this way. There is a strong suggestion that you should pick a path. You guys are holding tight here. Let's see if it says what she's holding. It does not say. It doesn't say. I have no idea what that is. But it does say actions have consequences. And sooner or later they catch up with you. Sooner or later they always catch up with you. It doesn't really explain what that item is that she's holding there. So, okay. So we have the Wheel of Fortune churning up here. And the scales of justice are being balanced. And something has to be let go of in order to bring something in. And so this moon is asking you to choose to step into your power. What is true for you? Opening up the throat chakra, that howling at the moon energy. Here we have this Ten of Cups. This is where you find yourself. This, after a big storm, a battle, there's the rainbow, right? And so this is finding out where it is that you belong and what works for you. Because here we have these two tens. This is where you find yourself, and this is what you have an opportunity to manifest and create for yourself. But what is in between that energy, the challenge in that energy is this Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is a very creative energy. So the challenge is, are you willing to create what it is you want to manifest? Are you willing to do the out-of-the-box creative thinking? Venus right now in Leo, and this feels like Leo's energy here, right? This creative energy. You find yourself in the Nine of Wands, doing the battle. Doing the battle, feeling a little like you are on your guard, like it's been a big struggle, but again, there is a rainbow. So the rainbow is an offer of healing. There is a healing energy that is being offered to you, and in the outgoing card, that rainbow exists, but it's with the Two of Cups. Oh, I'm sorry, the Lovers. That's the Lovers, right? Okay. So this is soulmate energy. It's making choices and decisions. Another way to look at this is you rooted here on earth, and this is your higher self. And this would be working with your own higher self to figure out what it is that works for you. Where are you now? This there's an X that goes through this cross up here, but if you notice that how much that looks like the moon, right? The lights behind it look a lot like the moon. And here we have the rainbow, the storm, and then the rainbow. You have a choice to choose what is healing and good for you. And the reason I'm a little wondering what you're going to do here, gosh, you have a lot of major arcana. Okay. Here we have the card of Temperance, which is alchemizing a situation with the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man says, I will not be moved until I learn what I need to know. But I think what you need to know comes from you making the choice and the decision to try something in a different way. If you do the same thing you've always done, you get what you've always gotten, right? In your environment, you have this beautiful soulmate energy of the Six of Cups. And so in your environment, you have the soul tribe, the soulmate member, the whatever it is that you're looking for. But you've been sitting here in a lot of apathy with this Four of Cups. Just sitting there holding space. Although I have to say, this one looks like you're open to receiving. You're open to receiving emotional stability is what they just said. Okay. So in your subconscious, we have the Three of Cups, wanting to fall into emotional joy and happiness. You really want this, right? You really do. You've got the 10 here with the healing, and you've got this energy of falling into it. And this is the here, I'm open to receiving this energy that would create emotional stability for me. I'm open to receiving that. But there's this fiery energy here that is the challenge. And I don't know if this is you needing to step into your own magical powers of creation, to get fired up and passionate about your life with this heart up here, fired up and passionate about your life. When you're working this hard, and when what you seek is this ease and joy, you have to do something differently. The outcome, all three of them are major arcana. That means there's a lot of the hand of fate involved. You've got 2 10s here, which means the completion of a cycle. The Justice card is definitely karma balancing itself. The moon, this lunar eclipse at the end of the month will allow the sun to rise on a new day and allow you to put things together in a different way. And so it may be that this month you are hanging and receiving the guidance from your higher self until after that eclipse when the sun comes up. But right now, this looks like the winds of change are blowing, the wheel is turning, and there is a real need to make some decisions. So here you have the heron and you have the hawk. This feels like the heron right here. And I think that after the full moon, you become the hawk. The great blue heron, they will stand in their emotional waters, right? They'll stand on the riverbank and they'll watch everything swim by until the right opportunity presents itself. So yours says, I am heron, the ally of the mystic. I am stable, I am focused, I am alert. I'm at peace, I never miss a ripple in the great pool. I never dwell on moments already past. I am the gift of concentration. I am the stillness that allows a greater purpose. I am self-reliance and the inherent strength to stand alone. Now is the time for rest and meditation. Okay, so we have this resting and meditation here. This is what's driving this energy forward, but here you don't look very restful or meditative. You look like you feel like you're battling for your life. You must find your center and ground yourself in it. See how he is sitting open to receiving, very meditative, kind of like with the Buddha belly there. This is finding that inner peace. This is finding that inner peace. This is finding that inner joy. That's what is required right now. I think to create the space for you to receive the information that you are seeking with that, perhaps with that new moon eclipse that we have. Is here we have the light and the dark. That's the new moon eclipse is a solar eclipse. The moon passes over the sun, and during the day it becomes dark for a few hours or whatever, and then it becomes lighter. And then the night one, the lunar eclipse, that's when you get the blood moon, when the sun and the moon oppose each other. All right, so now is the time for rest and meditation. You must find your center and ground yourself in it. I am perfect timing, never moving too soon. It's the cycles of the moon. There's all of this all the outcome stuff up here, this is all divinely guided and orchestrated when it's major arcana. It's never too late. It's never too soon. Never striking too late. I am the knowledge that everything has a perfect moment in the cosmos. If you're trying to push something, it is time to let go. Be still in the waters around you. Wait for the undercurrent and see what it brings. I am humble, having mastered the silence of non-action. There is purification and acceptance. There is a willingness in letting things be what they are. That new moon eclipse on the 14th in Libra. Always at a new moon, we pull our energy in. So, Friday the 13th through Friday 13th, Saturday, Sunday, those 3 days, that make that weekend a time where you do not overschedule, where you find that quiet space for you to be with yourself and really consider and rest. You are meditation, you are beauty and balance, you are the calm center of your own universe, you are the herring. And then we have the hawk. And the hawk says, I am the hawk, the majestic and the visionary. I am the eyes of the gods. I am the whole picture. I have keen sight, seeing everything from every angle. I can see how today shapes tomorrow and how my future steers today. I am an advantage and strategy and will always come prepared. We have this energy right now of Pluto trining Mercury. They're going to come more and more into a stronger trine. Jupiter is in play right now, but eventually it'll be Uranus in this trining energy. And so this is downloads and insights that can be very transformative. They'll have strategy that comes with them this month. They'll bring a lot of insight. The fact that they're in the earth signs allows you to really ground them. And grounding means that you can actually pin it down, figure out the action to take, and then take the action. That's how you ground that. So I am circling overhead. If I am circling overhead, it is because you are not yet aligned with your future. Your path is off balance. See, there's this need for balance. We've got the Justice card, the Temperance card, the Lovers, the choice and the decision, bringing things into balance. There's a balancing act that needs to happen here. To be a visionary takes more than just seeing the path ahead. You must construct it, shape it, and ensure it spans far enough to complete your tasks. Does your current way of doing things support what you seek to accomplish? And Taurus, what your current path is, for the majority of you, is something that you set out on a while ago, because Taurus does that. They look long term, they see the things, they make the path, they start out on it, but the energy is shifting. Everything has been shifting around you. If you did not see your October to December reading, I will link it here at the end. Be sure to check it out, because I remember Spirit talking to you guys about that, about how the topography has changed, how the directions have changed, how nothing is like it was before. And so it's not like you did, like you made a bad plan or anything. It's just that everything's different, and that plan doesn't fit this current energy. And so the question becomes, can you shift and can you change? Because if those that are adaptable right now and work with this energy as it stands are the ones that are going to be standing when this is done. And so there is a need to be willing to move. So if not, change course and create a new path. I encourage you to take a look at what drives you, okay? So there is a new path offered here between the pillars. This eclipse will show you the new path. And somehow this path aligns you with soulmate energy and a chance and an opportunity to have everything that you want. This is legacy. This is the family, the money, the security, the property, the success. The Ten of Pentacles, in my opinion, is the most successful card in the major arcana. It is the most successful card, and that's what you have an opportunity for. Oh, already did that. Those are long. I don't want to read anymore. Let's see what we have here. That's some really powerful energy. And so I think the beginning of the month, There's the meditation. There's the conscious effort to seek the answers, to find the balance, right? There's that conscious effort to create what it is you want. And then I think at the end of the month, that eclipse helps you to find your path. Okay, so we have details, details, details. And there's a magnifying glass, there's a compass, there's research materials here, and there's the card of intention, the wisdom, and that owl is sitting on the egg. There is a new way forward. There's something about getting down into the details that will allow you to figure it out. And so sitting there and deciding what brings joy, what means joy now. What means joy to you now? And the willingness to recognize it wasn't what it was 3-4 years ago. It just isn't. Especially not since you had the North Node move through your sign. Nothing should be the same. Okay, I don't know. I feel like they're taking the sledgehammer to you. You're out of balance. You're supposed to be meditating and you are on your guard, like fighting everything. Take a deep breath. Pull your energy in. You have the card of balance yourself. You have the card of balance. You have the card of balance. You have the card of stand still, the herring, until it's time to move. You have the card of balance and meditation. Everything moves in a cyclical nature, and right now, it's like the earth is shaking under your feet, and you're going to have to find the new center, find the new balance that supports you. Things are not what they were. So, direction, growth, and life stages. The change is happening. Find your center. Because when you are centered, right now, all the personal planets are moving direct. The sun always does. The moon always does. Mercury, Venus, and Mars, they're all moving forward. Okay? The North Node just went through your sign, so you've been a vision of some kind of a direction has come to you about what it is that you really want. But the outer planets are all in retrograde. They're all under construction. It is like the cosmic clock has gone in to be, worked on. And then everything's all scrambled out there. But inside, in our centers, all of us, with our personal planets all moving direct, we have the opportunity to really center ourselves, to get focused on what is our truth and what is important to us. And as this energy starts stationing direct, and Pluto's the first one on that 1010 gateway. So on October 10th, Pluto stations direct up there in Capricorn, supports your energy. It starts to move things forward to create a transformational energy for you. And then one by one over the course of the next 3 to 4 months, the outer planets start coming all online. And they all start moving forward. Saturn up there in Pisces, in the energy of choice and decision making. Right after this eclipse in your sign, stations direct in Pisces and at 0 degrees and says, okay, let's go. Let's go create that dream. Let's put the structure around it. Let's figure out what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. Let's get things going, people. Saturn doesn't play either. Saturn's like, you do the work or you get crushed, right? Like, you got to pay attention. And so those details, the details matter. But so does your intention. What is it that you want to do? Figure that part out and then activate on these details. And so it is going to be in the stillness and in the quiet and in the connecting with yourself that you can get really clear on what it is that you want to do. What do you want your life to look like moving forward? And then start moving in that direction when the time is appropriate. And I really do believe that for you, it'll be at the end of the month of that eclipse. So get your ducks in a row inside where you know what it is that you want so that you can do this. All right? So if you leave me a comment, because this is a general reading, you can win a personal reading. So leave me a comment. I'll put you in the drawing for that. Join me on Facebook. We look at the energy every day, but also when I'm trying to contact you to let you know that you've won, that gives me another place where I might be able to reach you. So I will leave you a comment back, but I don't have any other way of contacting you. So if you don't check your notifications, and I'm finding that people don't really, but if you're over on Facebook, at least I can tag you. So join me over there. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up. And thanks for sharing and being a subscriber. I really appreciate you guys. Take good care. Pull your energy in. This is the month to figure it out. Because once that full moon happens, I feel like you're going to be shot like a rocket into a whole new direction. And hopefully you're ready for it. All right? Talk to you.